space. So
Yeah.
what he told me was that the inspectors are still giving him a really, really hard time when he proposes doing that. So he would like to see that happen in Knoxville, but he's getting a lot of resistance to that idea.
Yeah, and this is all on a side, I know, and I'll stop talking, but it's just, if these are, first of all, being built for people that this is their first time getting a home and they're going to be in it for a while and they can't afford much else, that'll make it be that much more comfortable and long-lasting for them with the energy efficiency of the ductwork being in the thermal envelope. I believe that a sealed crawl space is, if done correctly with the right thermal barriers and all that stuff, is allowed to be done. I mean, it's per code, you can do those. So I'm not sure who you were using as a sub discussing that, but it shouldn't be a major, like a barrier that you can't legally get over and build. So.
Right. I was meeting with a rep from Master Dry. And it was about a home that has already been built, and we're talking about retrofitting a solution.
Yeah.
And he said, he really likes to come in on new construction early on to recommend the best foundation solutions. So to address not only, energy efficiency, but proper waterproofing, all of those issues. So, yeah, I am familiar with the arguments for that, and that's the direction a lot of new construction is going.
Yep.
Well,
Yeah.
these do look like great little houses for first-time buyers or many people. So if there's not any more discussion.
I have one more question for the board with point number 5. So we've talked about differentiation being in color and in the railing and the porch, but not in the actual elevation itself. So, and there are 4 houses in a row. How do we feel about that? And again, based on the statement of affordability,
You're asking about painting the railings?
No, she's talking about using 4 different types of railings on the porches and 4 different color schemes, but having the same exact elevation on all 4 houses.
I think what Perry mentioned about differentiating the end gables cladding type might be helpful, and that wouldn't mean you're changing the form. It would just be like, yeah, you could use shakes on one end gable, board and batten on one, and lap on the others, and just break that up. That would at least, it wouldn't formally change anything, and that wouldn't have to change your model, but it would at least give some differentiation in the cladding type.
I would love to see that worked into the motion on number 5 somehow.
Do you have a way of phrasing that you'd like to use?
It sounds like Perry or Cameron might be better suited for it.
I defer to Perry.
Oh, yeah.
Well, Perry's making a motion.
We can, okay, I can do that. I believe I will move that we approve these based on the staff recommendation, clarifying on Article 5 there that the differentiation of the houses includes some variation in siding materials and accent locations like the end gable, and also including the request that you submit drawing that represents the slope of the site on the elevations to give foundation heights at each corner, which I think is actually, I think that's required in the application, to staff for their approval.
Second.
And Perry, just to clarify, are you making this motion to include B, C, D, and E?
Yes, to all the staff recommendations plus that one clarification, yes.
Okay, so we have a motion and a second on all 4 applications. All in favor? Or, sorry, is there any more discussion? All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Okay. Motion passes. Thank you for coming in.
All right. Thank you.
Do we need to vote 3 more times? Okay.
Okay, so let's see. It is 1510 Texas Avenue, 7A24IH.
Okay. This is a new primary structure fronting Texas Avenue. It is 24 feet wide by 56 feet deep, and it'll be set 20 feet from the front property line. Parking is located to the rear and accessed from the alley. The one-story residence features a hipped roof with a smaller hipped roof massing projecting from the left half of the facade. There's a 10 feet deep porch. The house has an exterior of horizontal lap rooftop siding and a stucco clad foundation. So some of the relevant findings: the proposed front setback is consistent with the block, which has an average of the block face of 22 feet. The site plan has a walkway to the street. The proposed one-story, three-bay house is proportionate to the dimensions of the lot and the context of the block. It's also differentiated from the adjacent new construction. There's another new infill house here. This one will vary from that. The parking meets the infill housing design guidelines. The partial width front porch, the windows, the materials all meet the design guidelines. So the staff recommendation is approve 7A 24IH, subject to the condition that the final site plan meets city engineering standards.
Thank you for that, Lindsay. Is the applicant here? Would they like to speak? Please state your name and address.
Hey, good afternoon. My name's Todd Kennedy. I'm Assistant Director at East Tennessee Housing Development Corporation. Address 10414 Jackson Oaks Way, Suite 202, Knoxville 37922. Yes, I have that memorized. We are an affordable housing nonprofit organization that's partnering with City of Knoxville, KCDC, and the Tennessee Housing Development Authority for this project. We're purchasing this lot from KCDC through the Homemakers Program. This will be a federally funded affordable housing project that'll be for sale for first-time homeownership. It's 3-bedroom, 2-bath, standard infill project. We've built this same floor plan and design probably 20 times over the years, and yeah, that's pretty much it. We have 0-step accessibility in the back. That's why we have the ramp. Our funding requires accessible homes, so we'll do that. We have off-street parking in the alley. We've done this a lot, so we kind of know what the committee's looking for. We'll use traditional lap siding. It'll be vinyl, but we don't use Dutch lap, you know. This is just our hip roof variety that we like to put up, kind of change up the streetscape a little bit. So I'm here to answer any questions that you might have. The foundation exposure there is what it'll look like at completion. We always get a topographical survey, so I like to show, you know, exactly what the finished product looks like. So we have something to hold our contractor to when we do inspections.
Well, thank you for that.
Sure.
I'd like to open it up for board discussion.
Just real quick, with the Homemakers Program, what is there, again, speaking about the energy efficiency and first-time home buyers, is there any exemplary or above code energy upgrades that you're providing in the home?
From the Homemakers standpoint, there's not. Homemakers is basically, you know, they just require code compliance.
Okay.
Our THDA funding, they require, it's not Energy Star. We don't get the Energy Star certification, but we build to Energy Star standards.
Okay.
So this will be a traditional vented crawl space with the duct work, but we'll do the performance testing and all that kind of stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, higher insulation values. This will be 2x6 walls and things like that. Yeah. So it's not Energy Star certified, but it's Energy Star compliant, if that makes sense.
Okay.
I would like to make a motion to approve based on staff comment.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Any more discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Motion passes. Thank you for coming in.
Thank you.
Thanks, Todd.
All right, now we get to the fun part, election of chair and vice chair. Lindsay, you want to run that?
Yeah. Okay, so at the June meeting, we had one nomination for chair. Do I have any other nominations for chair for 2024 to 25? Okay, then we will have a motion and a second, and we'll do a vote. So can I have a motion to nominate Suzanne Taravella as the chair, or to elect Suzanne Taravella as the chair?
I'll make a motion.
Okay. So I heard Josh Wright, and can I have a second?
A second.
Okay, Cameron, and all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, welcome Suzanne.
Yay.
And then we have we had 2 people nominated for vice chair for the next year. We have Jared Worsham and we have Cameron Bolin. Do we have any other nominations for vice chair?
After lengthy conversations with Jared, I am a proponent for Jared Worsham and retracting my name from the nomination.
Okay. All right. So would you like to make the motion to elect Jared?
I would make a motion to elect Jared Worsham for our vice president.
Okay. And a second?
I second.
Vice president.
That too. This is RNC.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay. Thank you, guys.
All right. And with Laura seconded
I was
that one.
disappointed by the lack of campaigning, by the way. No buttons. Yeah, no speeches.
All right, and with that, we'll close the meeting. Thanks, everybody.
Thanks, Josh.
See you next month.
I can't Good afternoon. I call to order the Knox County Beer Board for July 22nd, 2024 at 4 p.m. Clerk, if you will call the roll.
Commissioner Lundy. Commissioner Durant.
Here.
Commissioner Oster.
Here.
Commissioner Ward.
Here.
Commissioner Schoonmaker.
Here.
Commissioner Hill. Commissioner Lee. Commissioner Beeler. Commissioner Daly.
Here.
Commissioner Jay.
Here.
Commissioner Frazier.
Present.
Thank you. To my far right, we have Director Moyers, and I will turn it over to him to lead the pledge. Thank you. Do we have any additions or, sorry about that, any additions or changes to the approval of minutes for last month? Do I have a motion for approval?
So moved.
Second. I have a motion made by Commissioner Durrett, second made by Commissioner Frazier. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? The ayes have it. We have no one here for public forum, so I will now turn it over to Director Moyers to swear in the individuals.
All right, if you're here to speak to this board in any capacity, if you're here on one of the agenda items and you're going to be speaking to this board, please stand and raise your right hand. If you're going to speak to this board, if you're a subject of one of the hearings here today, stand and raise your right hand, please. All right, do you solemnly swear or affirm testimony you're about to give be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? I do. Be seated, please.
Thank you. Clerk, if you'll read the first item.
The first one's Easy Stop, number 30, 7323 Clinton Highway, District 6.
Is it on? Can y'all hear me?
Yes.
I'm Tommy Hunt, owner of Easy Stop Food Marts. I apologize for having to be here today, but we did fail this thing. We had a cashier.
Hang on just a second. Let's get a report from Sheriff's Department. then
Okay,
we'll
okay.
get you.
Did you say 7323 Clinton Highway?
Yes.
Okay. On 6/24/24 at approximately 16:14 hours, detectives conducted an underage beer buy at the Easy Stop at 7323 Clinton Highway. The defendant did not ask for an ID, just asked for date of birth and sold a 24-ounce Coors Light to an underage person.
All right, sir. Now you can tell us what
Thank you,
happened.
Law Director. We did fail this thing. The cashier that was working for us had worked for us for only 3 days and had been through some training, but she had worked for a competitor for quite some time in capacity and thought she recognized the individual from her prior work, and he was over the age of 21 and didn't ask for the ID. So that's at least what we were told by the cashier that was cited at this thing. She has since got a deferment for hers penalty, and she takes the ABC course again. Then she'll get her record expunged, assuming she stays clean for 90 days. We went ahead and terminated her, given the conviction. And so that's where we are. I just want to tell you a little bit about our policies. This is Brian Cosentino, who's our general manager with Easy Stop. We'd had more folks here, but we had a cashier that was hit by a truck and knocked down on a driveway, and they're taking care of her. She's on the way to the emergency room at UT. Thankfully, we think okay, other than scrapes and bruises and scared to death, but we've all sent our blessings today. Apologize again for not getting the memo to wear orange, too, for that matter. We take our privilege license to sell beer seriously. We have 25 stores in 10 East Cindy counties. raised my family here. All my daughters went through UT, some of them twice. And got grandsons and granddaughters coming up in the communities that we live in. So we do take that seriously. Our employees are trained through a remote training process that our staff and managers monitor, where they have to watch videos and are tested. And then we check them monthly with an third-party beer sting. And this is a copy. That's a copy of the stings that we've done at this location, and we've passed. Unfortunately, this location failed a year ago with a young man who mistook the ID and typed it incorrectly. So this is our second offense inside a year. But we've been checking up with the employees. Again, this is an older individual that I would have thought would have done better, but didn't.
Thank you. Do we have any questions from commissioners? Commissioner Daly?
Thank you, Madam Chair. Sir, sounds like you do, but do you accept or deny the charges?
Do what, Carson?
Do you accept or deny the charge?
We accept.
Thank you. Just want to get it on the record. I didn't think that was asked, if I'm not mistaken.
Commissioner Schoonmaker?
Thank you, Madam Chair. Do you have the electronic readers at the cash registers?
We do.
Do they use them?
They do, but if the cashiers think they know the individual and have seen them before, then they may not. A cashier, as a matter of practice, would not ask for the license if an individual, if they know them and know they're over the age of 21. And in this case, that's what the cashier thought.
Okay, but they do ask if they do not recognize.
If they have any
the
question, we want them to ask the scan. There is pushback from the community to hand an ID over from individuals, for individuals handed over to our cashiers and us scan it. So they're saying that, oh, you're keeping my vital records. We're not. All we see on our transaction is above age or the date of birth. We don't have any other identifying information. But there is some hesitance. So as a matter of, I guess, practice for cashiers, that's what they do. If they know the person was above age, then they won't check it. Even if you have the pink stripe ID, which shows you're under 21, if you're past the birthday, but your license is still valid, you're not required to turn that license in. So you may be 23 and still have the vertical underage stripe shown on the license. So we try to make it a mandate. We make it a mandate, but as far as a matter of practice, I can't get all the cashiers to ask for an ID every time when they are see the person, 3 or 4 times a week and know when they did check it, he was okay.
Okay, thank you.
Any other questions? All right, seeing none, I will turn it over to Commissioner Hill.
Mr. Hunt, I know you run a class act. I know you do, and I know these things happen. As you know, we are dictated by law, and we take this very seriously. I do appreciate what you've passed around. Is that someone that you contract with?
That's a third party that does folks in our industry as a service, and she varies the time so that she's checking different shelves for us. I say she. She's is a former Knoxville policeman's daughter, and he started the business. She's taken it over, and Brian, she does 10 companies, say roughly 10 companies in the region on monthly checks for alcohol and tobacco, so that we can see how we're doing, and then gives us that report. And she gets underage people, if she can, with the parents' permission, with the letter, so that she's legal, and then does a test on us. Brian gets those reports, and if we fail that sting, the cashier and the manager are sent back through for training, and if the cashier fails again, then they're terminated just on our stings.
Thank you. Well, thank you for precaution. a law requires that with your second offense that you either accept a $2,000 fine or a 90-day beer license suspension.
I brought my check.
All right, thank you. Hang on to that. The clerk will take that. I'd like to make a motion then that we.
Commissioner, can I have a question first?
Yes.
Sorry, my light was on.
Oh, I'm
No, you're
sorry.
fine. You're fine. I have a question for the officer. I just looked it up. Correct me if I'm wrong, but by looking this up, you have to ask for a license every time you sell beer for off-premise. But on-premise, you don't have to ask for an ID every time. But for off-premise use, you always have to ask for an ID according to the law that I just looked up. Am I correct or incorrect, sir?
We're supposed to verify the age.
I'm asking the officer, sir.
Yeah, that is correct. Also, I'm not sure what birthday they're putting in if they recognize them as somebody that's being over 21, because you're supposed to put that person's birthday in there.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure.
So for the record, it is the law that every time you sell an alcoholic beverage for off-premise use, you have to ID the person.
Correct.
There is no exception to that, whether you know the person or not.
That's correct. And
So-
we were the ones that helped push that to get that law verified so that our cashiers wouldn't be abused when they're asking for it.
They shouldn't be allowed to put it in. They should have to scan it every single time. Would be the
And-
proper way to handle this.
And we check to make sure that they're using different dates and not one date consistently on a shelf, and go back and follow up with those as well.
No problem. Go ahead.
Commissioner Schoonmaker?
Thank you, Madam Chair. A point of order. I think on the second offense, the dollar amount is $1,500.
Oh, I apologize.
Second is 1,500
Oh.
or 60 days.
1,500.
Yeah. Third offense is
If you want to revise the
Yeah, I will. My apology. I looked incorrectly. I'd like to make a motion then that we accept the $1,500 as a penalty for this second beer offense with Mr. Hunt.
I have a motion on the floor by Commissioner Hill, a second by Commissioner Frazier. All in favor? Aye. All opposed? The ayes have it. Thank you, sir. Best of luck, and we certainly wish your employee best of health. Thank you. Next item, please.
The next one is Moheen 8001 Millertown Pike, and it's District 8.
Please give us your name. Please give us your name and address for the record.
Preeti Patel, 8001 Millertown Pike, Knoxville, Tennessee, 37924.
Okay. All right, let's have a report from Sheriff's Department.
On June 24, 2024, officers with the Knox County Sheriff's Office conducted an alcohol compliance check at Elstown Market located at 8001 Millertown Pike. The defendant sold an alcoholic beverage to an underage person without checking their ID.
Ma'am, you've heard the charge. Do you plead guilty or not guilty to that?
I, like my employees sell it because,
Volume, how much they sell?
They sold one beverage.
Can?
Yes.
Okay.
I think at that one it was, stand by just a second for me, please.
Well, yeah, I thought so too, but let's see.
because after that
She
is a,
did not report us like what happened really? That
yeah, because after this happened, I just come and like, because normally I just not live without because she started a job like before, just 2 weeks before. And I just in a process on like training and
She rejoined us.
for taste and alcohol taste, you know that top shelves. But normally I just not live without they taking like class and everything done. Then I just leave. But that day I have to emergency. I have to go bank because of it's a Monday. I have to pay my bills all lottery and stuff. So I have to go on a bank. So that's why I just leave just 10 minutes before, and like suddenly I don't know what happened after that. I'm be there, and like she told me she's crying, and like she's not talking that much, and like, and I have no idea what she do. Like normally is in the front of me, she check everything and like check ID and like put the date and birth date and everything good, but I have no idea like what happening.
Okay.
And because
The question, though, is the officer has made a report that your employee sold an alcoholic beverage to an underage person. Do you contest that or not?
I don't know, like, she sold it accidentally. She reported us as she sold it accidentally.
Okay.
And she got like something was going on, and accidentally one can, she said like, you know, she
Okay.
did. So,
Sorry? Yes, that's a yes. They're not contesting.
and after that, she
I just fired her.
left from the
Yeah.
from the job, so that's why
Okay.
we don't know.
Sir, can you give us your name and address for the record, please?
I'm sorry?
Can you give us your name and address for the record?
Akshay Patel, 8001 Miller Turnpike, Knoxville, Tennessee, 37924.
Thank you. Do we have any questions from commissioners? Commissioner Jay? Oh, you're doing. Okay, I will turn it over to Commissioner Jay.
Thank you. This is your second violation in a year. So I will just say you really need to work with your employees to get the IDing under control. If it comes back for a third violation or more, then you can be suspended completely. But right now, our beer board laws say that you have the option of choosing a $1,500 fine or a 60-day suspension. Which do you choose?
I will pay my fine.
Fine.
Okay. I'll make a motion to issue a $1,500 fine on item number 6B as presented.
Second.
Thanks.
Thank you.
The motion on the floor by Commissioner Jay, second by Commissioner Ward. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All opposed? The ayes have it. Next item, please.
Next one is ends number 73 at 7154 Oak Ridge Highway, and it's District 6.
Good afternoon, sir. Could you give us your name and address for the record, please?
Yeah, this is Jay Patel.
Okay.
Address is 7154 Oak Ridge Highway, Knoxville, Tennessee, 37931.
Okay. Sheriff's Department, give us a report.
On 6/24/24 at 16:57 hours, detectives conducted an underage beer buy at the Shell located at 7154 Oak Ridge Highway. The defendant sold a 24-ounce hard Mountain Dew. He did not ask for any ID.
All right, sir. You've heard the charge. Do you contest it or not?
Yes, we apologize for that. This kind of situation happen. Generally, we check ID for everyone, but due to the little rush, he forgot to check the ID, and we told him to take a beer training class, and he already take training for that, and he got a training license.
Okay. But you don't contest that this occurred?
Sorry?
This happened as far as you know, yes?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. All right. That's all I've got.
Have any questions from commissioners? Seeing none, I'll turn it over to Commissioner Hill.
Thank you. We are required by law to give you this option. I know you're a relatively new business there, and just please, we take this very seriously.
Sure.
And
We apologize for that. Yes, we will mainly focus on next time not happen this kind of situation.
thank you. You have your choice of a $1,000 fine or a 30-day suspension.
Yes, $1,000 fine we will pay.
All right. I'd like to make a motion then that on item 6C, we assess a $1,000 fine.
A motion on the floor by Commissioner Hill, second by Commissioner Ward. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? The ayes have it. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Next item, please.
The next one is ends number 31, it's 5704 Washington Pike, and it's District 8.
All right, ma'am, if you give us your name and address for the record, please.
Amanda Hall, 5704 Washington Pike, Knoxville, Tennessee, 37981,
Okay.
I believe.
Sheriff's Department, give us a report, please.
On June 24, 2024, officers with the Knox County Sheriff's Office conducted an alcohol compliance check at Ian's Market located at 5704 Washington Pike. The defendant sold an alcoholic beverage to an underage person without checking their ID.
All right, ma'am, you've heard the charge. Do you
Guilty.
plead guilty? Okay.
Yes.
All right. Can you tell us what happened?
She was supposed to have had experience, and she knows, we've told her that you're supposed to ID everybody with an alcohol beverage, and she just didn't do it that day. So she no longer works for us, and that's all I have to say.
All right.
Do you have any questions from commissioners? Seeing none, I will turn it over to Commissioner Jay.
Thank you, Madam Chair. The first offense outlines a $1,000 fine or 30-day suspension. Which do you choose?
We're going to pay the fine.
Okay. Motion to recommend a $1,000 fine for item 6D as presented.
A motion on the floor by Commissioner Jay, second by Commissioner Hill. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All opposed? The ayes have it. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
There's no more business to come before this board. I call it adjourned.
knows what to say. Better believe it. And in the night, she covers me in kisses. She lets me know how she misses me. But don't worry, baby, I won't be too far away from you. I've got a warm love to help me through the night. I've got a real fine love, make everything alright. Always makes me feel good every day. Sure does. When I'm feeling blue, she always knows what to say. Always the right thing. And in the night, she covers me in kisses. She lets me know how she misses me. I'll be back. And if our love fade away, I wouldn't last for a day. But our love won't fade away. I've got a warm love to help me through the night. I've got a real fine love, makes everything all bird, strike like a bird.
I knew you were. We may have to have a 10-minute recess.
Should I go ahead and start the meeting? Good afternoon. I'd like to call to order, please, the legislative agenda for Monday, July 22nd. Roll call, please.
Commissioner Lundy,
Here.
Commissioner Durrett. Here. Commissioner Oster. Here. Commissioner Ward.
Here.
Commissioner Schoonmaker.
Here.
Commissioner Hill.
Here.
Commissioner Lee. Commissioner Beeler. Commissioner Daly.
Here.
Commissioner Jay.
Here.
Commissioner Frazier. Present. 10 members are present.
Thank you. Also joining me here to my left are members of the clerk's office, and to our far right is Director Moyers with the law office. Are there any elected officials in the audience? I know that we'll be recognizing our mayor here in a moment. I see none. All right, we will go on to our devotional, please, by Commissioner Oster.
Thank you. Thank you, Madam Chair. Sometimes I'll change my devotion on what I think I'm going to do, but this one I kept because it was kind of on kindness. And I think we're all at a point the last few weeks we realize that there's kind of a low supply of kindness, unfortunately, in our country. And so I think that in the position that we all sit in up here, we can definitely agree to disagree. We do disagree on ways to get certain ways, and it can get passionate and can get spirited, but it never needs to get ugly and personal. And I don't know if social media has caused some of it. I think it's great in some aspects, and it can be really ugly in others. I think there are some times that you have to scroll past something that you really just don't need to comment on. I do that frequently, and it takes all I've got most of the time, but I do, because sometimes you just need to move on and not get so bogged down with it. And we always say we want our kids and our grandkids to exemplify kindness, but we have to be willing to show it to them. They're not going to get it anywhere else. And so you can definitely disagree with people, but you need to understand that they're people. And politics is a complete different thing than people. And just don't lose sight of that. Sometimes you need to slow down. You don't know if somebody in a car has just gotten really bad news from the doctor. You don't know if somebody in the line in front of you that's being slow, that's frustrating, you may not be taking care of a sick family member. Things are going on in everybody's lives, and sometimes we need to take a break and be a little kind. And, you know, people are moving here left and right, and we know that. And one of the reasons they're coming here, it's for many reasons, but it's for the people, because we are kind and hospitable. And we need to just keep that in mind and keep that Southern value and Southern attitude going. I bought a shirt a couple of years ago from a friend whose child's autistic, and the saying was, when you can be anything, choose to be kind. And I think that really is really important in this day and time as we get closer to elections and things are so divisive. There's something we can all have in common, and we can find some common ground. And it may not be politics, but it's not that person. You don't have to hate them. So I think that's important to keep in mind. And I want to just say the verse from Proverbs 16:24, kind words are like honey, sweet to the soul and healthy for the body. If you'll pray with me. Heavenly Father, thank you for today. Thank you for the people I sit with on this commission. Even though we may disagree and have different ways to go about things, let us always remember that we're trying to work for the good of our community, and let our constituents see that we do have a heart for Knox County and for serving the people. I do pray for our county, for our state, and for our country, and for your mighty hand to be upon us for peace, prosperity, and kindness. Thank you in your precious name. Amen.
Thank you, Commissioner Oster. The pledge now, led by Commissioner Daly.
Everyone would please stand and give the proper salute. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the
republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. I'm looking at some changes to our agenda, commissioners. Please note that at items 16, 24, and also not listed, but you got a copy of it, are 24-7905. We have 2 items deferred to August, items 32 and 35. Withdrawals, items 3, 30, 38, and 39. And on non-consent tonight will be items 27, 28, 29, 33, 34, 36, 37, and 40. We also are adding a brief presentation by Roads and Engineering. Do I have a motion to approve this amended agenda?
Second.
Motion by Jay, second by Durrett. Any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. I'm looking for a motion to approve the government consent and educational calendar. Motion by Jay, second by Durrett. Any discussion?
Madam Chair,
Yes.
item 10, we were going to discuss.
You are right, Commissioner Daley, and I did make a note of that. Would you like that discussed before or after a vote on the consent agenda?
Go ahead and vote. We can vote.
All right, thank you. We have a proper motion and second on the floor. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. We'll move on to discussion of item 10. Commissioner Daley.
Thank you. Mr. Adams here. There he is. I see Superintendent Roswick's here. Come on, come on, come on, come on. You ain't getting off that easy. Kind of in the dark. Andrew Brown's here, one of my great principals from South Dole Middle there for a while. Then he went to Central, boo. And then he went downtown. This is I wanted to bring this forward. Thank you, Mr. Adams, for what you've done and all your staff. This is a promise that's going to be kept with Christy. She couldn't be here. But we bought land for a brand-new New Hopewell Elementary School. And I've heard for the last 8 years that they don't care about South Knoxville. And I tell you, yes, we do. It takes time. Government moves slow, okay? It took a while to do it, but we do have the land, and hopefully, Mr. Caldwell, I'd love to see a ribbon cutting about 2027 in there for the new Hopewell. All our growth in South Knoxville, I'm going to say not all, 80% of our growth is in this new Hopewell school district. And so, would you like to say anything before I brag on you a little bit more?
Madam Chair, Commissioner Daley, Commissioners, I would like to thank you for all of your efforts. This has been a collaborative effort. You worked hand in hand on us, with us trying to find some land, and it was a task, but we found what I would like to say a perfect piece of land. And not only do we care about South Knoxville, we love South Knoxville because I used to be an administrator at Southdale High School. So it's near and dear to my heart, and that is a special community. And I'm very excited about the ribbon cutting as well. But again, thank you for all your efforts working with us.
It is, and I'm looking forward. It was great to work with you to find this property, and it's a promise kept. It's like, I believe it was one of these Adrian Burnett deals that when we had the fire in the 90s, we were going to get a new school. South Knoxville, we're going to get a new school. We said we were, and we're going to do it. So thank you very much. Thank you, superintendent, staff. Appreciate you.
Thank you all.
Yes, thank you for being there. Next item, please.
Item number 27, R-24-7-101, honoring the University of Tennessee baseball team for winning the 2024 College World Series.
Do I
Motion
have,
to approve.
have a motion by Durrett? Do I have second by Lee? Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. And before you start, please, we have another reading that our mayor would like to give also, so don't run off after this one.
Thank you, Madam Chair, Commissioners. Coach Vitello, thank you for the work you have done with our baseball team. We have seen the improvement since you've been here. And I mean, I don't know if anybody else knew this, but we kind of won the World Series. And so because of that, we wanted to celebrate you, your team, all of your accomplishments with this honorary resolution today. And I will read it for you. Whereas the 2023-2024 University of Tennessee baseball team captured both the SEC regular season and tournament titles on their way to the national tournament as the #1 overall seed, and whereas this University of Tennessee baseball team was the first UT team since 1951 to play in the College World Series championship, and whereas Tennessee's dynamic duo of Christian Moore and Blake Burke were named as first-team All-Americans for their season-long efforts in helping the team reach their goals, and whereas Moore had one of the greatest statistical seasons in SEC history, winning the Triple Crown by leading the conference in batting average, home runs, and runs batted in, while also setting a program record for home runs in a single campaign and for a career. And whereas Dylan Dreiling was recognized as the most outstanding player in the Men's College World Series, becoming the first person in NCAA history to hit a home run in all 3 games of the series. And whereas Drew Beam was recognized for his efforts on the mound and in the classroom, as he was named SEC Scholar Athlete of the Year, and was aided by Kirby Connell creating a dominating pitching staff. And whereas Xander Sechrist received a nod in the final game from head coach Tony Vitello, propelling the Vols to their first national championship title by closing with back-to-back victories over Texas A&M. And whereas the 2023-2024 Tennessee Vols baseball team is the first in NCAA history to have 5 players with at least 20 home runs in a season. And whereas the Tennessee Vols baseball team also made history as it became the first #1 seed to win a national title since 1999. And whereas the Knox County Commission joins fans of the talented Tennessee Vols baseball team in recognizing their SEC record 60 wins and national championship title. Now, therefore, be it resolved by the Commission of Knox County as follows. The Commission of Knox County hereby honors and congratulates the University of Tennessee baseball team, Coach Tony Vitello, and all associated with the program for their historic season, which culminated in winning the 2024 College World Series. Be it further resolved that this resolution be presented to the University of Tennessee baseball team, and in doing so, wish them the best in seasons to come. Be it further resolved that this resolution is to take effect from and after its passage as provided by the Charter of Knox County, Tennessee, the public welfare requiring it. Can we all get a round of applause for Coach Vitello? Would you like to say anything?
Sure. Honored to be here, and also out of place. This is not a baseball field or a locker room, so I'll watch my language, but also try and keep it brief. But I do want to say overwhelming is the word to describe winning the final game with our guys. The parade was more than overwhelming, and then the work we've had to do, not looking for sympathy because it's been a good life, but the work has been overwhelming too. So it's little moments like this, just sitting there and then hearing these things that have helped kind of call to attention that we need to enjoy what went on a little bit, but it'll sink in more as time goes on and we get a timeout somewhere along the line. But sticking with that word overwhelming, just the one thing I did want to say is the most overwhelming part of this has been going around the state or being at the airport or being here and seeing how this has affected people's lives that live in this state or cheer for the Vols or are part of Vol Nation in any way, shape, or form. And again, the stories have been incredible, and they're great to hear because everybody deserves to bask in the glory of winning this thing because everybody had a hand in it. And I'm just glad that I had a small piece of it. And I know everyone wants more, but again, for now, hopefully everyone can enjoy it, including our coaching staff, and we'll work hard this year to win some more games. Thank you all so much.
Yeah, now don't run off.
Yeah.
We've got to hear from our mayor, and then if we could get a couple of pictures.
Thank you. Oh.
Hey, man, how are you? Good to see you. I'm Glenn Jacobs. I'm Knox County Mayor, 400 Main Street right here in town. This is a little weird for me because normally I'm the person that everybody's like run up to wanting pictures and stuff with, and tonight it's someone else is in the room. But this is a proclamation on behalf of the people of Knox County's publicly recognized University of Tennessee baseball team. I'm not going to read it because it's very similar to what the commission had there. But nevertheless, yeah, you're exactly right. This is important for our community. Anytime that University of Tennessee athletics does well, it just lifts our entire community up. So thank you so very much. Congratulations on a great season. You guys are, in my opinion, the top college baseball program in the country. So I know the bar is set pretty high, but we expect a lot more out of you. Thank you very much.
Yes, we're going to get you up here for a picture.
Okay.
Of course, we're going to get our pictures.
I got you.
Pretty good. I got some girlfriends that'll be so jealous. No, okay. Thank you, Tony. Okay, so I'll take a deep breath and come back down again. That's exciting, yeah. And thank you, Commissioner Durrett, for arranging that for us. Oh, well, thank you. All right, next agenda item, please.
Item number 28, R-24-7-102, is honoring Mike and Pam Duncan and the Duncan family in celebration of Duncan Boat Dock's 80th anniversary and recognition of their impact on the Rocky Hill and Riverbend neighborhoods.
Motion to approve.
We have a motion on the floor by Jay, second by Schoonmaker. Is there any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Your motion carries.
Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you, my fellow commissioners. I am proud to welcome the Duncan family here to commission and to celebrate entrepreneurship and to celebrate family business. As someone who's been in and is still part of a family-owned business, I can tell you it is rewarding but often challenging. And we all know starting any new business is daunting, to say the least. According to the US BLS, 20% of all new businesses fail within the first 2 years of being open, 45% within the first 5 years of being open, and 65% within the first 10 years. And in family businesses, only 30% survive the transition from first to second generation, 12% survive from the second to third generation, and only 13% survive past 60 years. I'm proud to say that the Duncan Boat Dock has succeeded and bucked every one of those odds before you today. They are now in the fourth generation of ownership, which I think is truly amazing. And if you are a Rocky Hill or Riverbend neighborhood community member and you think of family, you think of the Duncan Boat Dock. If you think of community, you think of the Duncan Boat Dock. And when you think of the friendliest place in Knox County, you think of the Duncan Boat Dock. I'm happy to welcome Pam, Mike, and Rebecca Duncan here today, and I'd like to celebrate their 80th anniversary with the following proclamation. Whereas the Duncan family settled the East Tennessee Valley in the late 1700s, where they began a new life of farming, working hard through the Civil War, the Great Depression, and 2 world wars. And whereas the opportunity knocked when the construction of the Fort Loudon Dam began in 1940, as the Tennessee Valley Authority began harnessing the raging river to provide electricity for millions. And whereas Benjamin Franklin, or Frank Duncan Jr., and his oldest son, Frank Landon Duncan, or Landon, set about building a dock and homestead before the lake was filled by the end of 1943. And whereas prior to his new role as dockmaster, Frank Duncan Jr. had been a road worker, deputy sheriff, carpenter, school bus driver, and farmer. And whereas in the early days of dock operations, the economy was rough, and one would often see boat owners come to the dock simply to sit in their boats because the price of gas was so expensive. Over the course of the first few decades, the art of dock sitting became commonplace. Whereas in the 1950s, 60s, and early 70s, many groups called the Lakers and the River Rats were prevalent and offered a source of entertainment along with local gossip, tall tales, local and national news, and community connections. And whereas after Landon Duncan's untimely and accidental death in the summer of 1973, Brother Ben Duncan Jr. assumed the role of dockmaster while also continuing his community responsibilities to the farm, an egg production business, and delivering our local mail. Whereas for over 40 years, Ben Duncan Jr. was a staple of the Rocky Hill and Riverbend community and was viewed as a father figure to many. Ben's quiet, consistent, patient, observant, stern, yet approachable, and dependable, quick-witted, and respectful manner earned him the nickname Uncle Ben to all who were welcomed at the dock. And whereas over the coming decades, the Duncan Boat Dock continued to evolve, adding boathouses, additional slips, more convenient services, and serving as a home base for countless fishing and boating enthusiasts while also continuing to provide very meaningful summer employment and unique job opportunities to area youth. And whereas in 2017, shortly before his passing at the age of 92, where he spent almost every day at the dock, Ben Duncan Jr. sold the dock to his great-nephew, Mike Duncan, and his wife, Pam, and their family, where they both assumed the role as dockmasters together. And whereas many of the same elements remain today, including the original dock and office, the $5 ramp fee, the honor system drop box, the custom feeding of the massively huge carp enjoyed by generations of children, and whereas Mike and Pam Duncan continue to upgrade the facility with new docks, slip coverings, lifts, accommodations for a new float plane, new ice cream service, and several seasonal amenities while also maintaining the community-focused service and neighborhood environment enjoyed by countless families. Now therefore be it resolved by the Commission of Knox County as follows. The Commission of Knox County hereby honors Mike and Pam Duncan, the Duncan family, and the entire team at the Duncan Boat Dock for 80 years of dedicated service to Knox County and their continued significant impact on the Rocky Hill and Riverbend neighborhoods. Be it further resolved that a copy of this resolution be presented to the Duncan family today, and be it further resolved that the resolution to take effect from and after its passage as provided by the Charter of Knox County, Tennessee, the public welfare requiring it. Please help me celebrate 80 years of family business and entrepreneurship and the Duncan family.
Okay, thank you. We really do appreciate the recognition. We feel so honored to be able to continue the legacy of Duncan Boat Dock for the generations to come. We had no idea that our 80th year would bring such prosperity to the baseball team, but we were glad we could do that. Who knows what's going to happen in year 81. So 30 years ago, when Uncle Ben celebrated the 50th anniversary, he agreed to let us have a tagline of happy boating. We might need to change that to kind boating after what we started with today. So thank you for the opportunity to serve the community, to be a part of it, and we look forward to many more years to come. Thank you.
Thank you.
You all would join me.
Thank you, everyone. We also are adding a very brief presentation by Roads and Engineering. Mr. Snowden, would you like to, or someone in your service like to introduce this little video? The answer to that is sure.
Can't wait.
Sure.
I'll be glad to, Madam Chair. Yeah, when you said earlier, presentation by engineering, I'm like, okay. I was surprised me with that one. But yeah, we, the mayor's videographer team put this together. Appreciate everybody's support. We got a expenditure for in last fiscal year 25 budget that you guys approved for this project that is really going to be something that, you know, most road projects people consider to be, you know, 10 years down the road and you know, multi-million dollars. This is a project that people see under construction in the next 12 months, and really will be something that probably is in a neighborhood of, you know, somewhere in the $2 million range, which in road construction terms anymore is really, really quite amazing. So I appreciate the support of this project. It's something we're going to have a public meeting on next week to kind of talk a little bit more about it. It's something that obviously is a first phase of multiple phases that you'll see throughout the, hopefully the next coming years for the Hardin Valley community, and we're excited to get it started.
Thank you. And kudos too to media for pulling this together. They did a great job, and Jim, I have to say, I think this is a great way to announce video or announce projects and let the people know. So. Who has it? Okay, I'm going to have to get on media for this because they sent it specifically wanting it featured. You did not get it? I'll let you search if you can. And I do apologize. I was specifically asked to bring this and present it. So we'll move along, and if Drew's able to find it, we'll show it. If not, then there'll be another day. Oh, Commissioner Frazier has it.
A fatal construction flaw in all recent automobiles makes it virtually
We all know the Hardin Valley area faces some serious challenges when it comes to congestion. I'm really happy about this project because it's a cost-effective way of greatly improving traffic flow in this area, which is good for the people of Hardin Valley and all of Knox County. I'd like to thank our folks at Engineering Public Works for listening to the community and coming up with this solution.
Hardin Valley has consistently been the fastest growing area in all of Knox County for the last 2 decades. So as you can imagine, the community has really felt the challenges that come with growth. And it's been very challenging to really keep up with supportive infrastructure. So this is a great project to address some of the issues that we've been having as far as traffic congestion and safety in the Pellissippi area moving west on Hardin Valley.
This is the main entrance to Hardin Valley right here. We are primarily at this point along a commercial corridor, which tends to take a greater bulk of the traffic.
I built this road 20-some years ago, and it functioned well for the first 8 to 10 years. Anybody that drives west on Hardin Valley knows there's rampant residential growth down here, and everybody is trying to get to Pellissippi and the interstate system. So we just really need to be able to build in more capacity for people to get to that interstate system. The road right now is 3 lanes with shoulders, curb and gutter, and sidewalks. A lot of commercial activities developed over in this community since this road was originally developed in this current configuration. So my team identified a project to take this 3-lane section of road and convert it to 5-lane. That way we can essentially double our capacity, still maintain our center turn lane for safety, for turning movements, and really just impact just the north side of the street. Usually people think of these road projects and they see 10, 15, $20 million, 5, 10 years. This is a project probably cost us a couple of $1 million and really be able to get done in 2 years.
I'm very hopeful that once this part is finished, that it will offer some immediate relief so that those going deeper into Hardin Valley will not have to fight the fight quite so hard.
This is a good first step. We're going to continue to work hard to get that supportive infrastructure in the Hardin Valley community and hopefully ease the pressure of that growth and development.
We are working hard toward making sure that Hardin Valley becomes a more mobile and transportation-friendly community.
All right, I thought that was a great idea that was put together with Media and Roads and Engineering. Jim, who did dream this up?
Are you referring to the video?
Yes.
Or just that was, I think, accumulation. I think it was, the mayor's communication team, engineering, constituent service, just everybody kind of talked about it and felt like it might be a good way to be able to get the word out to that community. So
Thank you. Thank you so much for that. All right, moving on. We have public forum, and it was about an item that was actually removed from our agenda, and I don't believe Ms. Bike is here. Am I correct? All right, thank you. Next item, please.
Next item is the approval of minutes of the previous meeting.
Do I have a motion, please?
Second.
Motion by Daly, second by Frazier. Any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor? Opposed? Motion carries. Next item.
Item number 29, line item transfers, total amount of $28,000.
approve.
Second.
Motion by Jay, second by Schoonmaker. Any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Next item.
Next item is notary public applications. There were 171 received.
Motion to approve.
Motion by Durrett, second by Frazier. Any discussion? All those in favor? Opposed? Motion carries. Next item.
Item number 31, spread of record travel for the 2024 Tennessee County Services Association, TCSA, Spring Legislative Conference.
Thank you.
Item number 33, R-24-7-705, is resolution authorizing the acceptance of donations for Knox County Parks and Recreation of 2 parcels, 124AC-001 and 124AC-003, to be used for Knox County Parkland.
Motion
Thank you.
approved.
Motion by Daley, second by Jay. Do we have some discussion on this? Commissioner Daley?
Yes, we do. Mr. Mack and Mr. Kellogg. This is Matthew Kellogg from AMBC. Digs a lot of dirt. He plays in dirt a lot. And I will say, thank you to AMBC. They saved a piece of property. This is the way you do it, people. If you see a piece of property that you don't want developed, raise the money and go buy it. And that's what AMBC does, and they work with Legacy Parks. Matthew, thank you very much for what you do in the donation to Knox County Parks and Rec.
Certainly. Just wanted to speak to Commission briefly this evening. Again, Matthew Kellogg with the Appalachian Mountain Bike Club. And while we're a 17-year-old organization, we are dedicated to developing, building, and maintaining natural surface trails here in our county. And we're fortunate to be able to help maintain over 90 miles of trails here in Knox County. And we do that through a small staff and a large number of volunteers, which we're all very thankful to have here in the state of Tennessee. So we identified these 2 parcels that essentially were bisected by a trail that is very popular within Knox County. The Urban Wilderness South Loop traverses through this particular corridor, and it was important enough for our board and our membership and donor base to secure these properties and add to public land. And so, you know, it is a great privilege to be able to raise the funds, but also give these parcels to the county to be green space, and we're thrilled to do so. So thank you so much.
Thank you. Director Mack?
Good afternoon. Joe Mack, 2447 Southern Avenue. I just wanted to thank AMBC for the donation. We are in a situation where without partners like AMBC, what we do in the great parkland that we have in Knox County would not be possible. These donations make it possible for us to expand our services and to provide great recreational spaces for the citizens of Knox County. So I just wanted to thank Matthew and his folks at AMBC. They do a great job, not only with finding spaces and then making, or land and making donations, but also assisting us with maintaining trails throughout the county. So, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Next item. Pardon? Yes, we have I apologize. I think we did not take a vote on that. We have a motion by Daley, second by Jay on the floor. Seeing no discussion, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you.
Item number 34, Resolution R-24-7-902, is approving an amendment to the Knox County Sheriff's Office Employees Merit System Rules and Regulations to no longer allow individuals to appeal the denial of a request for reclassification.
Motion to approve.
Motion by Jay, second by Schoonmaker. Do we have any discussion? Commissioner Jay.
Thank you, Madam Chair. The chairman of the Board of Directors for the Merit System is here, Mr. Chris Manning, and he's able to answer any questions anyone might have.
Thank you. Mr. Manning, if you'd come and give your name and address, please, you're welcome to have the floor.
The mic's not on.
Got it. I'm new here. Thank you, Madam Chair. This, again, is the council keeps reviewing the rules and regulations, and we found this to be rather counterintuitive for the overall good order and management of the Sheriff's Department and the Sheriff's Office. We understand, we as a council discussed this, wherein the employee has the opportunity to submit a request for reclassification, but once it's denied, then the rules state that they can grieve it to us, basically appeal it, which didn't appear to be the best use of resources or efforts, because the elected sheriff is the gentleman who makes the decisions within the agency, and every employee would then have the opportunity to disagree with the job classification they have and appeal it through the current rules and regulations. So it didn't seem to be the best way to have the work done by the commission. And that's why we were requesting that it be removed.
All right. For the record, would you give us your name and address?
Oh, I apologize.
That's all right.
Christopher Manning, 7000 Westland Drive, Knoxville.
Thank you.
I'm sorry.
Are there any questions? Any comments? Commissioner Jay? Oh, I'm sorry, Commissioner Oster.
That's okay. Mr. Manning, on the council, how many agreed to this change?
It was unanimous.
It was unanimous?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So you're just feeling like it would be kind of a questioning every time something happened, and so you kind of wanted to reduce that?
Where this came from is there was an employee, a civilian, that requested reclassification, and then the executive director was contacted. And when we actually looked at it and examined the possibilities of it, it totally was outside the good working order. I can just imagine every employee of the county doing this, and so we just boiled it down to the sheriff's office and thought this does not. I mean, I understand the intent, but then the practical application would have been unworkable.
Okay, good. I like that everybody agreed on that too.
Yes,
So that's rare that you get a unanimous, so congratulations.
Thank you.
Any other comments? Commissioner Jay?
Thank you, Madam Chair. I just wanted to note that we also have a, item number 37 is also from the merit system. So, Mr. Manning, if you just stick around, we may have some additional questions on that item.
Certainly.
Thank you. We have a motion and a second on the floor. Seeing no other lights, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Your motion carries. We're now going to address the added item, please, and you all have a copy of that in front of you. Go ahead.
This is Resolution R-24-7-905, approving Amendment 1 to a grant contract with the Tennessee Department of Mental Health and Substance Abuse Services for the operation of the Knox County Recovery Court and the Knox County Veterans Treatment Court, which amendment provides for an increase to the maximum liability of the state in the amount of $13,750.
Thank you. Motion by Daley, second by Lee. This was a phone call that I received Friday afternoon, and they just got notification that they actually were getting a little more money. So I was happy to make that exception and get it on our agenda. Are there any other comments or questions? Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Item number 36, ordinance O-24-7-101, is to repeal and replace Knox County Code, Chapter 26, Article 6, Stormwater Management, to comply with the recently adopted State of Tennessee National Pollutant Discharge Elimination System, NPDES, permit for small municipal separate storm sewer systems, MS4. And this amends ordinance number O-07-12-101, adopted January 28th, 2008, and ordinance 0-12-11-102, adopted December 17th, 2012, and ordinance O-13-3-102, adopted April 29th, 2013. This is on first reading.
Thank you. Are there any questions or comments about this? Seeing none, this does require a roll call vote.
Commissioner Lundy,
Aye. Oh, I apologize. May I have a motion?
Second.
Motion by Schoonmaker, second by Frazier. Roll call, please.
all right, Commissioner Lundy voted aye. Commissioner Durrett? Aye. Commissioner Oster?
Aye.
Commissioner Ward?
Aye.
Commissioner Schoonmaker?
Aye.
Commissioner Hill?
Aye.
Commissioner Lee?
Aye.
Commissioner Bueller is out. Commissioner Daly?
Aye.
Commissioner Jay?
Aye.
And Commissioner Frazier.
Aye.
Thank you. As unanimous. Next item, please.
Item number 37, ordinance O-24-7-102, amending the Knox County Code, Chapter 42, Article 2, Division 2, Section 42-67-3, to list a suspension with a loss of pay as a grievance, which may be addressed by the Merit System Board of Directors. This amends ordinance number O-22-6-103, adopted July 25th, 2022, and this is on first reading.
Thank you. Do I have a motion?
Motion to approve?
Second.
Motion by Frazier, second by Lee, or Jay. Is there any discussion on this?
Can we have Mr. Manning?
Commissioner Ward?
Mr. Manning, what was the vote on this before it came to us?
Again, Christopher Manning, 7,000 Westland Drive, Knoxville. It was unanimous, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Any other questions or comments? Commissioner Schoonmaker?
Thank you, Madam Chair. Mr. Manning, do you want to just give us a quick overview like
Certainly.
you did on the previous one? Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir. So currently, the rules and regs read that an employee can grieve a suspension 3 days or more, or a loss of pay. So, logically, a suspension of 1 day or 2 days is a loss of pay. So it was almost in conflict, and so it was almost counterintuitive. So we, on a unanimous vote, we requested that be changed. The sheriff did not oppose the change, so that 1 and 2 day suspensions will also be included as grievable.
Thank you. Seeing no other lights, this requires I apologize. Did I get a motion on this? Thank you. I apologize for that. This does require a roll call.
Commissioner Durrett?
Aye.
Commissioner Oster?
Aye.
Commissioner Ward?
Aye.
Commissioner Schoonmaker?
Aye.
Commissioner Hill?
Aye.
Commissioner Lee?
Aye.
Commissioner Bueller is out. Commissioner Daly?
Aye.
Commissioner Jay?
Aye.
Commissioner Frazier?
Aye.
That was passed.
And Commissioner Lundy? Aye.
Thank you. A motion approved unanimously. Next item, please.
Item number 40, ordinance O-24-5-101, amending the Knox County Code, Chapter 4, Article 1, beer, to provide the sale of beer in Knox County to be regulated by the county commission or a board or committee composed of county commissioners and appointed by the county commission. This amends ordinance O-09-3-107, adopted April 27th, 2009. This is on second reading.
Thank you. Do I have a motion?
Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion by Oster, second by Frazier. Do we have any discussion on this item? Seeing none, this requires a roll call.
Commissioner Oster?
Aye.
Commissioner Ward?
Pass.
Commissioner Schoonmaker?
Aye.
Commissioner Hill?
Aye.
Commissioner Lee?
Pass.
Commissioner Bueller is out. Commissioner Daly?
Pass.
Commissioner Jay?
Aye.
Commissioner Frazier?
Aye.
Commissioner Lundy,
Aye.
Commissioner Durrett?
Aye.
And to pass, wish to vote.
Do the passes wish to vote? We'll have it. Hold on.
I changed mine if you need it, but I'll stay.
We have 7 ayes And 3 passes. Motion carries. Thank you. Public forum. Have no one signed up? Did anyone try to sign up that was unable to? Seeing none, other business. Commissioner Jay? Did you have that?
Yeah, I just wanted to remind everyone that on August 17th, the Powell Station celebration will be going on, and it is a full, huge day of lots of fun things. Please put it on your calendar, August 17th.
All right. Are there any other discussion topics? Commissioner Oster?
Thank you, Madam Chair. If you get a chance, Knoxville Children's Theater is performing Cinderella, and I took Savannah on Saturday, and it was precious. They did a great job, and they've got quite a few shows coming up, so get on the schedule and go by there and watch. It's really good.
Thank you. Thank you. Commissioner Durrett?
Thank you, Madam Chair. 5 more days left of early voting, and Election Day is August 1st. Don't forget, get out and vote.
Thank you for the reminder. Commissioner Frazier?
Thank you, Madam Chair. I just want to wish my mom and dad a happy 63rd anniversary today.
Oh,
Yeah, that's quite an accomplishment. Love you guys.
Yes. All right, and you all remember, whenever you do a thing, act as if the whole world is watching. And on. Thank you. We are adjourned.